All right, so we are live, and it's just about midnight in British Columbia, Canada. I'm doing this. This is a piece of basswood. It's going to be a little wizard prototype. I might not carve this whole thing in this video. I imagine this chat, because when I carve live, people can chat in the comments. But I imagine this chat will be pretty quiet, so it will let me focus more on this carving and showing different bits and different things like that, because this is for the very beginners, Dremel carvers. I will be running a Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft. Actually, no, I'm not running a Dremel 4. I normally run a Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft, but on this video, I'll be running the high spec. This is a $30 Amazon, $30 or $40 Amazon special. Fake Dremel. This and the Dremel flex shaft hooks up to it. So yes, the Dremel flex shaft does hook up to this if you not have the money to buy a real Dremel. I run it with a foot pedal. The foot pedal acts as an on-off switch. Right? So you don't have to keep on putting this down or holding it and then turning your Dremel on and off. So it's on and off with my foot pedal. On, off. Simple as that. You can buy this basswood on Amazon. There's different companies that sell it. I don't know. I just buy this on Amazon. I don't really know. I don't carve that much basswood, so I can't really tell the difference between a good basswood and not very good basswood. But so I blocked this out with my bandsaw, just so he's going to have hands that are kind of like this, and he's going to be holding a walking stick. I might not get that far in this video today. And then this would be his hat. Now, I don't know if I want to give him a wizard hat, like a dunce cap, or if I want to make it so it's like a cloth hat. Okay. This is possibly the worst time ever to go live on YouTube if you want to have lots of people join the videos watching, but I'm not interested in that here. I'm interested in just filming and showing. Well, I can't sleep. I've been sleeping some of the days away, so I'm up late at night. So I thought I'd do this video. So the basswood, this is smaller. This was like 1x1. I already got a little hat carved in there with the bandsaw. So you can see I blocked out his hands already there. So his arms would kind of come like this. There's formulas to use, but I really don't follow them. But one thing that's good to have on your carvings, it's important to have, is your center lines. Well, we have no center line, but a center line here. Now, that's not 100% center, but it's good enough for me. So this wizard will kind of have a cloak. I'm doing this prototype because I will be doing more bigger wizard stuff out of logs this summer with my chainsaw. Just like people carve bears out of logs, well, I'll be carving more wizards, mushroom men, and things like that. There's one person here, one thumbs up. Anyways, I'm going to start off. I got a whole bunch of bursts set up. Hey, buddy, how you doing? It's just me and you. That's fine. I'm completely fine with that. I thought about painting tonight or this morning, but I don't know. I'm just kind of taking a little break from painting. So I'm carving this basswood. Now, I'm not going to be paying too much more. I'm not going to be paying that much attention on comments because I only have a certain amount of time in this video. But thanks for being here. There's 2 people here, so I'm not too sure if this is good because I don't know if I put these arms up. So this would be his hands, arms coming down here, and arms coming out. I don't know if I put those arms too high up here, or if I should have lowered them down because you got to have. Where's it? Let's just use a pencil for now. This would be your wizard hat. I could always raise the wizard or make it like a Chinese race hat. It doesn't matter really if it's a race hat or a wizard's hat. So, but your beard needs to be in here and your face needs to be in here. So did I leave enough room for the arms? I guess time will tell. I could always carve these hands a little bit smaller. I think what I'm going to do is just start rounding this whole thing off. So that will be the loudest part of this carving, is rounding everything off and getting it kind of shaped a bit. Another thing I could have done with the bandsaw is I could have did a cut here and removed some wood under here. Like that. So remove this wood in here, all here, and all here. And this would be how wide your wizard would. Maybe not that much, but so I think I'll start off with that. Remove here, and then remove here. That will get your arms established from the side of the body, because the elbows will be at the side of the body. And this is how to do a wizard, so you don't have to add on any extra pieces of wood for arms or anything like that, like this. You know, it's just a wizarded one piece of wood. Anyways, maybe Spike will show up. And thanks for the two of you for being here. This channel, I really want to focus on more down to the basics kind of things, painting and crafting and all that sort of. Spike's here. Hey, Spike. Thought I'd do a wood carving tonight instead of the painting. But I put a nice spirit line. If you go to my Facebook and look at the little video that I put a spirit up that the blue and the teal and red eagle. And I put a clear coat on the other one, the golden eagle. Anyways, and then you have to separate. I don't want to separate these arms because I want them like this so they can hold the walking stick. So it'll be like this, holding a walking stick. I can carve that later, right? So I want to carve those in like this. But let's remove this wood in here first. Get those arms established. Just carve Rob has formulas how to do everything with this little measuring tape and stuff like that. It'd probably be a lot better to do to have your formulas like a quarter, like split it up into threes or something. But I'm just not that guy. So I'm going to turn on my dust collector. And I'm going to start off using the Kutzall Extreme Flame bit. 2 people here and 2 thumbs up. Good job, you guys. This was just paint I had on here to test paint one day or something. All right, so you see I got those cuts. Now I'm going to remove the wood in here. You'll be wearing a cloak. Morning, Spike. All right, so hey, you see how that arm's starting to get established now? Do the same on the other side. All right, so there's his arms established from his cloak. Now, your head. Don't forget, you got to have shoulders here. So I think, like, this is why it's good to have it all scaled out, like with your tape measure, like Just Carve Rob does, because, well, it might not be that proportionate by the time you're done. I think so. Anyways, I don't know what I think. I just kind of go with the flow. But the more you do, the more I do smaller carvings like this, the more I'll know what's going on when I'm doing chainsaw carvings for big cutouts. So I'll remove the wood in here and up here too. And you guys think I should give it a cloth hat or a dunce hat or a Chinese hat, like a rice hat? Chinese hat, that's what it is. Okay. So I got to remove the wood inside here. Right in here, this wood where my finger is, there, that, and then remove that. I think that gives them wide enough shoulders. There's one done. There's two done. So there's his shoulders established. Now I'm going to start rounding off this hat. Oops. All right, so hat looks like a mushroom head. Shoulders. Now the face. Let me get rid of these cuts in here. They're kind of annoying me. Like when I'm carving, when I'm carving this, I'm looking at this. And if I see, when I'm carving this, I see something that I want to change over here, up here, I'll bounce over to it and jump around. That's why these videos sometimes are harder to make. So those shoulders are pretty small. This hat is pretty big. Let's keep taking the hat down. Real soft spot right here. We can worry about the shape of that hat after. So there's your arms established. There's your hat. Now your face. Where did my pencil go? There it is. So your face, you want your beard to come down here. So to get your beard to stick, hold on, sorry. To get your beard to stick far off the face, you have to carve this arm back farther and then this shoulder back farther. So let's just go like this. This guy's beard can tuck underneath his arms. So that will be his beard. We're not going to do the face yet, but we're just going to show you kind of so how it makes sense. His eyes. Draw it on to make so it kind of makes sense to you. So there will be the face. I know it looks kind of funny, but that's what we got going. So I'm going to carve these arms back a bit more. See that? Kind of round the shoulders a bit. All right. So his back's kind of flat. That's fine. The farther that you can push this whole head back, the farther you're going to get that beard to stick out. So let me carve that. I mean, the hat, like the further that you can carve the hat back from this way, the more you can get that beard to pop off. And get the nose to stick farthest off the face. Thank you. We'll worry about the shape of the hat after. So there now, his face is starting to become established. Now, what am I going to do with these arms? So they need to be like this. So you look at this. So these arms need to kind of come in this way. And this is just me guessing. I haven't done too many of these, but the more you do, the better you're going to get. So now I'll remove this one here. Get rid of that pen mark. I think when I think when I'm gonna turn this fan off, we got some decent shape here. I know it looks like a dickhead right now, but we'll change that. I think when I first started carving, I really struggled with um, being worried if you're gonna remove too much wood. But the more wood that you remove, the more you're going to get things to, the more it's going to work for you. Sometimes when you're first starting, and sometimes, well, you just might remove too much wood. That's fine though. That's how you learn. Now those arms stick pretty far off the piece. See, it's kind of got the punch in effect. Everything's kind of off balance right now. His arms are actually huge, but it's okay. You can make it so he's like wearing a cloak. Well, that's what he is wearing, a cloak. So when you're doing wood carving, bigger's better. Bigger's always better until you know what your plans are going to be. Look at that. 3 people in here and 3 likes. That's just perfect. How you doing, Spike? How you doing, everybody? So you guys see what's going on there? Cloaks are always easy to do. You don't have to carve pants, or that's what wizards wear is cloaks. See how I kind of split the shoulders there? Good. I'll just call you 100. How are you doing, 100? No. You think, because his arms are out, they'll just how would that work? The back here. I think we can kind of just carve this a little bit lower in here. Obviously, you guys don't have any questions. Show some different burrs that I got here. These are the sanding mandrels that I use, just with cloth sandpaper. That's good. Cloth sandpaper, soft stuff. I buy it in 2-inch rolls. I usually do 4 forward and 2 backwards. I got to remember people will be watching this video after. You get, so where's that? I got them all set up here. I did have them. So you order the mandrels, and this is what you get. Like I bought 2 sets. Look at all these sanding mandrels I have. These are the sanding mandrels. These are on Amazon. They're in my Amazon store. I use emery cloth. It's blue. Well, this stuff's emery cloth too. What's the blue stuff do you get? You get it at is it like the plumbing cloth, plumbers stuff? This stuff that I got's the best. I know that I bought some of that plumber stuff at Rona, I think. And these sanding mandrels give you washers. I get rid of the washers. Yeah, I've had that blue plumbing stuff. It's all right. So this is it. This is what you get. I'm going to go to the hardware store and see if I can get longer screws, because you get longer screws, you can put more sandpaper on there. But you don't necessarily want more sandpaper on there because it's more friction for your Dremel. Now, why is this not going in there? Actually, that cloth sandpaper it doesn't last as long as this stuff. This is cling spore. But it's soft, so it's good, because I see some people using the harder stuff, and well, it's not that good for these smaller type carvings. I'll show you the roll I got. Now in Canada, we have KMS tools. I used to buy like $10 rolls, but then I got this one. Look at the size of this roll. Huh? This is 80 grit cling spore. So when I'm doing this, I use 80 grit and I use 100 grit. So that's that. I just sold both my Christmas pieces with the trees and the gnomes today. So that's that. These are the sanding mandrels. Like I said, they're in my Amazon store. You get like 6 of them for $10. That's what I use for sanding. You can get all different sorts of stuff. Trust me, if it's out there, I've tried it. You get little sanders like this. You know, it's a great idea, but the sandpaper is garbage that they put on here, and it doesn't last that long. So that's why I bought these. You get a whole bunch of them for cheap. Now, this sanding mandrel that I use, this is Scotch-Brite. Same thing with those mandrels. Now, where's that pad of Scotch-Brite that I had? This Scotch-Brite is 3M. There might be better stuff, but this is the best stuff that I found. I buy this by the box on speaking of that, I need to get another box. I use this, I cut this up into little squares, and I put it on the sanding mandrel. Now, when these things start, I can only get the green kind. Is it 3M? No, you can get the 3M on Amazon, man. Thank you. Thanks, 100. That's nice of you to say. Yeah, most people try and set up their videos. I'm not saying anybody, or actually, not most. Some people try and set up their videos so they go viral and try and hit the algorithm. I've never been that guy. I'm just Jordy, fat guy with a hole in the head that smokes cigarettes and has a good time. Now, when you have this sometimes this seems like not shows Susie Banner, but when you're trying to sound with it, you can see the edges of this folds over. Sometimes just get your scissors and trim up the edges, and it's like good as new. Trees, is Darren here? Trees to these? I kind of enjoy these later lives because I can concentrate more and not just try and read all the comments. I thought about doing this live on my other channel, Carving Fusion, but I said, you know what? Nah, let's just keep it nice and quiet at nighttime here. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You didn't send me the pictures. So, yeah, you just trim up the edge and it's good as new. And even same with these sanders. Sometimes, you know, if you want to, if it's not sanding that good, just trim the edges. Another thing you can do too, if it's not sanding that good, you can always just rip the top one. See, here's the top one. Just rip it off if you can. Rip it off, and then that sandpaper underneath is fresh. You usually don't have to tighten the screw because you ripped it around that sandpaper. That sandpaper's still in there in the screw. So that's a nice fresh piece of sandpaper underneath there. So there's a couple tips. I had these different burrs that I ordered. One's got like a little saw blade on it, but I couldn't find it. So like why I brought this Scotch-Brite out here. Okay, cool. Thanks. You could buy the little Scotch-Brite wheels that already have the Scotch, but they're garbage. They don't last that long. That's what I decided to make my own. Now, this sanding mandrel is a sanding mandrel my friend makes, and I used to support them. But I noticed if they heat up, these sanding mandrels, the ones in my Amazon store, these are one piece. They're just forged as one piece. But this one is two pieces. It's glued together. If you heat this up too much, or if it gets too much wear, this shaft will come right out inside here, right out of there. But it's okay because this one's 1/4 inch, so you can use it in your Fordham. But that's not like I'm down talking to anybody. I'm just telling the truth. So yeah, there's that stuff. If anybody has ever wondered, I don't. This is what I like. These are the aluminum cutting burrs. Ufu tool. These are the best ones I find on Amazon. They're the ones I always buy. The aluminum cutters. Yeah, you can get your great question. Can we use router bits in our Fordham? Yep, you could use Fordham. You can use router bits in your Fordham. I've done it. I think I even got some here. Funny you say that. I was just watching a video because lots of those Asians in their countries like Bali or Vietnam or something, they got to use whatever they got access to. And I seen them using the router bits, but you got to be careful with those kind of bits because they're like these flutes. You know, if they cut you, they're gonna. Well, if they're sharp, they're gonna take skin off. Now let me see if I have. You know how many of these CK? So here's an example. This is, well, here's a perfect example of. This is just something I bought from, I think I bought these from Temu. Now these ones, lots of the times these bits they're all made by the same manufacturer. But let's see, here's the ones that I like. And trust me, like I said, these are the ones that I use mostly out of these. The cylinder type, they have a cutter on the bottom for beard hairs. But like, let's see this. Here's the Timo one. Here's the UFO one, the good one. But let's see the size. Well, they're the exact same size. They're different bits. I can tell by right underneath there. But I don't know. I've just ordered some, and I'll show you. These ones are anodized. The ones I'm going to show you, the set is anodized gold, but you'll be fooled sometimes on Amazon or eBay or wherever you buy your stuff from by these aluminum cutting bits. This is what the picture shows, but sometimes it's not what you get. Sometimes you get ones like right here. These, they call these aluminum, and they probably are aluminum cutting bits, but let's see what's too much. Now, if you look, see how big these flutes are? That's what the cutters are called, flutes. Then you get something like this that doesn't have the bigger flutes. But the picture shows these ones, but this is what you get. And these don't cut as good. They probably cut a bit cleaner. Now, these type of burrs are good for people like that don't have lots of access to softwood. Better to use these burrs and remove wood with your with these bits than waste your cut saw or saber tooth bits and get them dull fast. Now let me see this. Where's that kit that I was trying to show you? Yeah, sometimes you'll get kits like this. I have probably I'd say about 30 of these kits just with that one. Well, you get two in here. You get two ones I like to use. I like to use this one, has that cutter on the top. And then you get this one too. Has a cutter on the top. Great for beard hairs, great for different textures. But yeah, I have so many. But sometimes you'll get fooled and you'll get these ones. And these are basically the bits that Dremel sells. Right here. But these ones are anodized gold. This little one's good. This little one here is a miniature. But this set's a lot cheaper. It's a miniature cylinder one. So look. Some better lighting here. See, it's a little miniature cylinder one. So when you're doing the big hairs with this one, and it's hard to get close to the nose because you don't want to cut the nose, we'll just go close, then go close to the nose with this one, this little one. And it even has a smaller one right here. Look how small that is. So they all have their purpose. And this is just like the Dremel 125 bit that burns the wood. It's pretty well friggin' like it. And Dremel sells this bit for, I don't know, what, 10, 15 bucks. And you buy this little set for, I don't know, like $6. Even has a little pointy one. I don't use these that often. I just basically use my cut saws. But I have a box of these cases with different burrs and stuff in them. I wasn't able to find the burrs that I was looking for to show you guys. Yeah, there's those other ones that are not really that good of aluminum cutting bits. They're just, the flutes aren't that big, so they're more like the metalworking bits. There's that one again. See? Here's this package right here. Look, both the cylinder bits are missing out of it, and all these other ones are in here. Haven't even used them. Well, I've used this one, but all the other ones haven't even used. I got hundreds of these. Now this is another bit that I really like to use too. These are wall tile cutters. So these are really handy for like just see their straight shafts. These are on Amazon too. These are good for undercuts. Or if you're doing, say, like a sign and you want to do some letters in it, like a word, these are good to put in your little Dremel router thing and use these. These also cut really good through antlers and bone. There's another one of those cheap kits. See, this one's silver, the other one was gold. So you think you're buying the actual aluminum kits, but you get a kit like this. These are a bunch of new bits that I got. This little diamond bit is good for beard hairs and stuff like that. Or if you're doing eyes, to get inside the eyes to smooth it out. Yeah, the tile cutters. The tile cutter is actually the first bit that I used. I bought it at, when I first started carving, I bought it at Home Depot, and it's called Roto Zip. Yep. I don't have any here, but that's what I started using. But even look at these bits. These are just like a little knife, two-sided knife. Put your safety glasses on when you're using this. This thing snaps off, goes flying. So trust me, if there's like this one here, this one has 3 sides. trust me, if there's bits out there to use, I've used them. And I dare anybody challenge me, not that it matters, to say that I haven't used them. Well, actually, that's not true. I haven't used lots of saber tooth, but I do have saber tooth. These are the new ones that I got. These are like the 3-point cheese Chinese cutters, but these ones are more round. They have a round edge. They're not sharp. Let me find a big one so I can show you. 3-point. Like, I know you guys know your burrs and stuff in this chat right now, but there might be some people in the future watching this video that don't know. So these are like the 3-point cutters. These cut really fast. They're good for start and stop cuts with like a knife. They remove wood good, but you have to know which way the grain works. But you see this one. This one has 3 cutters. Yeah, they both have 3 cutters on them. But this top's round. So this, if you're using a burr like this to do carving, hard to explain, but sometimes this point can leave a mark and you have to carve deeper when you don't want to remove that mark. This one does have a little bit of a point on it, but nothing compared to this. And these are good. I've tried it. It's good for removing wood quick. It just depends what you want to do. This is my little thing for all my special diamond burrs that I like to use when I use them, which is not too often. I think probably the most one I'd use most common would be the football looking type one. That didn't work, eh? What didn't work? Spike, thanks for being here. I messaged you. But they all have their purposes. Now, I had a set here I bought just to show on this channel. It had a little saw on it. Had a little thing that the burrs were kind of different than what you normally get. But I can't find where that set is. So anyways, tried to link my Amazon shop. So this is my favorite burr out of all the burrs on the world, this Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. So anybody who wants to get these burrs, there's still a sale on, you can't leave my Kutzall link, Spike. It doesn't work anymore. Go to the description down below, or I'll leave the link in the comments. The sale, you still get 10% off till December 12th. My Amazon link didn't work anymore. Maybe they changed it because why Kutzall changed it so they wouldn't let me use my link anymore, because other people would pay people to use their Kutzall link. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know if they'd pay them, but they'd get other people that had nothing to do with them that had huge channels or something to use their links. No, bro, I'm not blue. Oh, let's see. I can't mod. I don't know how to make you. Can't do it. I'll set it up after next time, Spike. Sorry about that. So this is looking all right. Besides, it's dink head. Carve all this stuff back. I'm just going to curve this quickly here. kind of rounding things off. 6 people here, 4 likes. I like this quiet chat. I'm not about numbers here at this channel. I really don't care about them. So is that making sense? Now, if I carve these shoulders back even more, that beard would stick off even farther. See how far I pushed that hat back? I can even push it back farther. His arms are pretty big. It's okay. Carve them smaller. Like, let's see here. So his hands. What's going on here? Yeah, he has huge arms right now. That's all right. Because you can curve them smaller if you curve a cloak like this. I just got to think for a few minutes. Back's pretty well on point. It's a little bit straight. This arm's wider than the other one. So put a mark there when you remember to carve that a bit shallower. Just about enjoying yourself. No drama, just trying to help. I forgot. Just trying to pretend this wizard man was two sides. So one side here, a left and a right. You want to try and make them equal. That makes sense. I guess I should get back at it instead of wasting you guys' time. Well, I'm just kind of not stumped, but I just need to take this arm down a little bit too. Actually, this arm is better. This arm has better movement than this arm, but I can leave it. Let's take it down a little bit. Thanks, man. Why are you up, Perry? Are you a nighthawk? I know it's breakfast time where Spike lives. So let's see here the hands. So you want the hands to be like this. I'm going to go like this. This one is more in than this one. I need to take this one a bit. I'm just going to carve. I'm broken, Jordy. PTS, afraid to sleep. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm going to carve in here, take out this. Is that what you have Just give me a second. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, if you don't mind, why. There you go. So his tans are tucked inside there. This will be his cloak sleeves. It's just about shaping the body, giving his cloak some movement. All right. Well, I think it's coming along pretty good. You got to realize that I've cut this all, the little detailing with that Cutzel Extreme Flame Burr. So I hope this is going to be able to help somebody. Just take your time. I know I rushed it. Now, I had to cut this back here, the grobe, because your little your little cane that you're going to have in there, you'll kind of want to have it straight up and down. So you have to remove more of this. Now, why do you have, if you want to tell me, why do you have post-traumatic stress disorder? Man, I have it. I've had some pretty serious injuries in my life. I don't know. I self-diagnose myself with it. Don't get me wrong. But I don't even, it's an injury itself. I don't even, thanks. Yeah, we're all broken one way or another. It's got to struggle through it. But it's good that I think America has finally recognized it as an injury. Were you in the bad accident or something? You don't have to tell me. It's all right. But I think it has good shape. See how that beard's sticking off there? No, I could carve that hat. I could carve that hat farther, even farther back. I think it's probably pretty good there now. Now we'll pull out one of the little detailing burrs and cut in that face. See how this will be the cloak. I got to take this one down thinner. But there's your hands inside the cloak. Let me just take it down thinner here. Childhood, lots. I won't read this out, but ooh. Thanks, Darren. Sounds like kind of like my youth. But I lucked. I didn't serve that long in prison. I did my little bits, but not that long. And yeah, yep. I understand, man. I hope you found art as part of it. Your healing. There was one. I'm not going to get into it, but there was one time something that I got accused for. I was looking at probably. I was looking at 6 years, but I didn't get it. I got the police violated my charter rights, but my bags were packed. Trust me. Oh, cool. Who's your friend? He said so a couple of years ago. You made a video about, oh, I made a video about myself. Help carving save you. That video is why. Oh, okay. A couple of years ago, you made a video about yourself, how carving helps. That video is why I carve now, Jordy. Oh, thank you. That's nice, man. I'm glad you've seen that video. Was it called About Me? I got to make another one, I think, pretty soon. Because things change in our life, and nothing actually nothing's changed in my life. I bug with Just Carve Rob. I'm like, yep, you call me No Life Johnson. So that's good right there. Yeah, thanks, man. That's good. Oh, you've been following me for a while. Thanks, man. What do you carve, Perry? Wood spirits and stuff, or I was gonna carve a wood spirit today, but they said, I'm just not gonna do anything. Oh, I had to go do some real people things today. I went to my carving tent because recently here, we've had high winds and storms. I went to my carving tent, and the last tarp, I thought it was an expensive tarp, but the last tarp I bought for my tent was ripped off it and hanging on it. Did you see that video? So I got to go buy a freaking tarp. Got to go buy a tarp when I get up out of town. I got to drive 45 minutes to there and back, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back and get it. And I can't do that myself, so maybe my nephew will help me. But they say hit a guy when he's down. Like I don't have a lot of cash right now, so but I can afford a tarp. Yeah, I know. I thought it was. I don't know where I got. Maybe I cheaped out on it. I don't know. But I'm gonna go. I sold those 2 Christmas carvings I got today for for cheap. I sold them to an old friend so I can give them to his kids. But they'll at least buy me the tart. People seem to think making YouTube videos and stuff like that, you're gonna get rich and you're gonna get famous. Well, doesn't happen here at Carving Fusion. That's for sure. It would be nice. I was talking to my best friend Tim the other night. I was like, man, Tim's, I buy a lottery ticket. And I'm like, buddy, I say, please, God, please let it be me. Let me win it. I've done nothing but good. I've done so much good since my injury. I have done no bad. Please let me win it. I'll buy a nice little house by a river or a creek on Vancouver Island, and I'll just keep on doing good. Please, God. Tim's like, yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm like, it would be. I talked to F Bob tonight for about an hour, Spike. So I think that's a decent shape. Might not be the best, but it works for me. This is something you can cut out of a log. I keep telling myself I gotta carve, do different things, and carve. Maybe I should start carving bears. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Carve what I want to do. Bob's doing good. I thought it was good. The cuz Bren dog. Oh, Brendo. Yeah, my bro Brendo helped me put it up. I asked him. He says, no, he's too busy. I says, you bastard. You know those Brendan's doing great, man. He's just always busy working for the stunts, or he does tiles and construction stuff, renovations. Bob's doing great. He just wants me to go over there and go fishing with him on his boat. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the little the little detail burrs here. This is my favorite one. This is the gold one. So anybody that watches this, don't forget, Cutsall still has a sale on to get these detail burrs. Yeah, man. PSD. Yep. You just gotta look past it. That's what I do. Trust me, man. I done a lot of bad shit. Maybe not as bad as you, but I done some bad shit. And it haunts me. But sometimes I freaking laugh. I'm like, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. Tim actually called my best friend Tim on Vancouver Island called me December 10th. Happy anniversary. He says, happy anniversary. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it's December 10th, Jordan. 25 years ago today, it was the day when you blew up the house. I blew up a house for making weed oil. Yeah. I had 3rd degree and 4th degree burns on my legs. My whole face was melted, my hands. In the summertime, or wintertime, you can see like right here and here and here. And then here and here, they'll go red from where the burns were. My whole face was burnt. Tim's face was burnt. His feet were burnt. He didn't need to get skin grafts, but I got skin grafts on my legs. That's why you'll never see me wearing shorts from my. I got skin grafts from my knee to my ankles. On my, I can't let the sun hit it. It's like baby skin. That was terrible. I said, "How the hell is that an anniversary, Tim? I almost killed you, bro." He's like, "Yeah, well," he goes, "it was a crazy day." But I says, "That day was the worst day I've ever had. That day was probably worse than me falling off the roof and waking up on the cement, buddy. Because you got hurt. He had nothing to do with it. He was just sitting in the living room playing video games with our other buddy playing hockey. All of a sudden, kaboom, I blew up the kitchen. Tim runs into the kitchen. There's flames everywhere. I don't know. Whatever. But we got charged for it. And I told my lawyer, I said, at the court, the day the court was going on, I says, you know what, Neil? I said, my lawyer's name was Neil. I said, you know what, Neil? I says, Tim has nothing to do with this. He shouldn't be charged. He says, well, you're looking at time, Jordy. I says, well, if I'm looking at time, well, give me Tim's time too, because he had nothing to do with it. My lawyer looked at me. He said, that's very honorable of you, Jordy. He says, let's go talk to the judge. So when court went back in, he told the judge that I wanted to take full responsibility, and the judge let my buddy Tim go for free. I feel like that's the least I could do for him. That's the kind of guy I've always been. I spent a few days in prison when I had to get. I spent that time. I spent a week in prison. Because I got a conditional sentence order where I could service my time at home. Carving. You're in Sweden. Carving sense. Sorry, I have the words are so small I can't. Oh, the shipping to Sweden's horrible. Shit, I bet. Yeah, but they sell the detailed bits on Amazon in the UK. I don't know if the UK is closer to Sweden than North America. I was told they sell these detailed bits on Amazon in the UK. Spike might know. Yeah, my book. You read my book, Darren? I got to order a couple of my books from my Amazon and give them away to the members. Yeah, it was a book. Yeah, I took the charge. And if I'm not going to say what the charges were, but this is what I was looking at 6 years, 100%. He's one guy that I was charged with. He got 6 years for this. But when I was on that conditional sentence order, for blowing up the house. I got caught, let's just say, well, wrong place, wrong time. I was supposed to be at home. Okay, I was supposed to be at home serving my time, but I got caught, not caught. I got wrong place, wrong time. I got surrounded by the SWAT team, and I got, let's just say I got huge charges, and they took me right to prison. Then my lawyer, so I was charged I had this conditional sentence order that I was serving my time at home, like probation, like a parole kind of thing. And then I had these new charges. So my lawyer's like, Jordy, you're going to be in prison till you can face these new charges. I'm like, Wolf, there's nothing I can do. He goes, I had to go back to court because I breached my conditional sentence order. So that was another charge. He got me bail for that. Then my new charge that I was supposed to be at home and I got charged, he got me bail for that too. Two different courts. The sheriff office had to drive me to two different courts, two different cities. I went to court one place, and so here's one courthouse, here's another courthouse. I went to that one court in the morning. Then the sheriff's office drove me to another court. My lawyer met me there. He got me 2 bails in one day. I got out on bail. Yep. Can you believe it? 2 different bails in 2 different courts in one day. My grandma posted me the money. I'll look that up. Shipping to Sweden from Kutzall times 3. Yo, I bet, man. How close is Sweden to the UK? No, yeah, you deep dove. You deep dove into it. I was never I was never a thief. Awesome. I'll definitely, Jay, take it easy. Yeah, maybe if you know somebody it's close, so shipping. Maybe you'll know somebody that lives in the UK that can buy them for you, then ship them to you. Or look up, I don't know how far Sabertooth. Don't buy those cheap bits that look like this on from Amazon, like the fake cut soles. Don't buy those because they're not the real tungsten steel. I did a video on my other channel showing that they're fake. I tried carving a brick. This one held out, went a little bit though, but those other burrs went flat. Like the spikes were basically gone off of them. Anyways, back to carving. So now it's time to carve in the face. So when you have a hat like this, I thought about maybe having it like a little, I don't know, just a hat. It's a friggin' hat. But you want to have your eyebrows right above the brim of the hat. I do anyways. So there will be my eyebrows, even maybe a bit higher than the brim of the hat. Lower, so even like higher. There's the brim of the hat. Have them as close to the brim of his hat as you want, as you can. I like to, anyways. And then your nose. And then your mustache. So I don't even have to carve a beard in this one because, well, I still probably have to take those shoulders back more. Carve the shoulders back more. It's pretty straight on the back, but I could carve the back of this hat a little bit lower. It would give you some more movement. I could carve probably this a little bit deeper in here to give it more movement. This is just a prototype for that piece of this piece of wood here for this piece. I really don't need to do prototypes, but it's a good practice to get into. I think Rob taught me that. And then, I'm not going to do crazy details in these fingers. I'm just going to put some like little lines in there. So there's kind of some hands in there. You could do your little. It's just a fake little wizard, so he's only got 3 fingers. Okay, let's cut those eyebrows in here. I'm going to turn the fan on. First of all, I'm going to do a little bit of an undercut underneath this hat. Man, these detailing burrs are just friggin' wicked. Give him some hair back there. Okay, eyebrows. Nose. Remove the wood around the nose. Take your eyebrows up higher. Mustache. Actually, hold on. Oh, this guy's got, what's going on here? Look at his shoulders come up to his, he's got no neck. Look at, the shoulders need to be way down here. That's okay. We'll cut him in down there. That's funny. Look at it. Oh boy. No wonder I was struggling. You guys see my point? His shoulders are where his ears supposed to be. No. It could just be a special. This is why it's good to do the prototypes. Look at that. That's funny. Oh well, let's fix that problem. Let's cut away its shoulders, make them lower. What the link? The link for what, Spike? Look at this. I don't know how that's going to work out. There's a perfect example of carved deeper. His arms need to be more like boom, boom, but that's all right. Remember at the beginning I said his arms were too big? Well, we could still make them a lot smaller. All right, that's better. Still got no neck, but that's all right. Oh, that's funny. You guys, people probably don't think it's funny, but I think it's funny. It's like, because it's like, what the hell's going on the whole time? And I told myself from the very beginning, those arms are too big. I wish Just Card Rob was here. He'd be yelling out, Jordy, it's got no neck. So this would be called a save. I'm calling it a save anyways. I don't know how Just Card Rob can do little carvings like this. Even smaller. little nostrils. Cut beside that bridge of the nose again to get it to pop off a bit more. Excuse me. All right. Gonna put on that Scotch-Brite one on now. I always keep my little bits in these containers because I have a big bit mess over there. Turn your dremels down for these. This Scotch-Brite works awesome for this basswood. But sometimes it'll get you, it'll leave you marks like this. That's okay. So I think that was the save. No. I didn't carve and realize because well, I can't see that good. Hey, Chris. So now I got to try. I thought I had some bigger, thicker dowels in here. Well, there's the paintbrushes I was looking for. Oh, yeah, I got this. One of these things. This foam thing. Thanks, man. So we'll just need to make it about, we just need to make it about this high. Let's see here. Which burr do I want to use? Where's that stream burr? We have to cut it. It's kind of want it sticking out just a little bit higher than the thing. Can you dremel back up? I have to carve it thinner. Boom. Some sandpaper, sanding mandrel. I can save this for another day. Turn sander down. So I'm just going to sand this So you guys see, the more bits you have on hand, well, the quicker you're going to carve. I know a lot of people don't have the money to go out and buy themselves 20 new bits, but I just have like having little things like this on my windowsill. Dave, what are you doing up? Hi, Dave. Caught some late carving fusion action, you cheater. Just kidding. I mean, this isn't carving fusion here. Caught some late carving action here. So yeah, these little guys take a while. Oh, got disconnected there. So which one was the top? Got a little spiral in that stick. Oh, come on. There. Believe it or not, I even shaped that stick a little bit so it goes like that. There. I don't know what else I can say or do. Doesn't look like a real wizard, but it says what it's supposed to be. What's up with that nose? Is a little bit pointy there. Nose is kind of funny. Thanks. Thanks, man. Oh, underneath the hat's a little bit messy there. That's all right. Sand some more on the hat. That was fun. Just because the Pulo wood is really hard for me to get here in Canada. Well, I don't, but it's like basswood, but it's supposed to be better for power carving, but it's yet to be known for me. Yeah, you just gotta, when you're dealing with things that have traumatized you in your life, you just gotta, you'll never forget the things that traumatize you, but you just gotta do your best to keep on, do your best to keep at it and keep motivated and keep positive. And I can say that because I have to do that every day. Now, when I woke up from my brain surgery from when I fell off the roof, actually, I shouldn't really be talking about that on this. I'll just delete this video after. When I woke up when I woke up in the hospital after my surgeries, and I finally realized what was going on, and I felt so fucking different. I was like, oh, this one's fucked up, all right. Yeah, this is a tough one, and I know I'm going to be living like this for the rest of my life. And I just have dealt with it. And this is how I deal with it. Look at that. I even got the nose to stick furthest. He's got like a little demon nose. I don't know how Rob can do these little Rob carves little characters out of the 1-inch stuff. I don't know how he does it if he pulls off a magnifying glass. I got one of those magnifying glass lights. You know, it can go right in my light holder here. And it's a magnifying glass, and you turn it on, you can carve looking through it and do all the details and stuff. But I know he doesn't do that because, well, he films. You can't. You'd see the magnifying glass on his videos. He's probably just got thicker glasses than I do. Yeah, you got to keep on keeping on. Now we paint. Well, I don't know. Paint this. I don't know how much juice I got left. Oh, this has been 2 hours. I do got to try to get to sleep. I got to get up somewhat early and go get that tart. Then I got to carve some. What do I got to carve? Oh, I got to carve some whatever I want. So that's good. As I could take these arms back on the back and push them forward if I wanted to a little bit. See this little fellow here? He's the keeper of good faith. What last time I was at Tim's, I don't know if you guys will remember it, but I carved a little one like this, and I was going to make it a top of a walking stick and just glue it on there and dowel it in there. But when I left Tim's, because I was going to try and carve one for their golf course for the disc golf, but I didn't get logs big enough. But when I left there, I left it on Tim's right above his sink. He's got like a window and like a little shelf where plants are, and I left it right on there for him. He called me up. He goes, "What's with that carving left on the shelf, the windowsill thing there for me? Plants." I said, "Oh, that's the keeper of the good faith." Like, he goes, "What do you mean?" I says, "It will just get rid of all bad spirits and only bring you good luck." He's like, "Oh, okay, wicked." Because his wife's really spiritual, Tim's wife. So it's still there, I think. He called me up and he goes, "George," he goes, "I don't know about this keeper of spirit keeper thing that you left because I've been having nothing but bad luck." I says, "Don't worry, Tim, it will turn around and you'll get some better luck." And then it did turn around, and hopefully it's still there. Yeah. Yeah, I just got the notification that my phone's almost dead. Yeah, I got the knives and the gouges. Yeah, I got the little gouges and stuff like that. Just I bought them, then just Rob had to buy them. He won't admit that, but that's the truth. He's like, "I don't know why Jordy always copies me." He'll probably watch this. One thing he won't watch. I don't think he watches my painting videos. I don't think he's a fan. Even even another one of my buddies is. I sent him a picture of the Eagles that I did. He's like, "To stick to painting." He goes, "Stick to carving. Your paintings suck." And that's the real grumpy Jesse, actually. Yeah, he's a real dick. I also have 3 knives and a small gouge. Where's that? I'm gonna put that painting up there so you guys can see that the eagle, the one that Spike gave me suggested the colors because I put the thing in it, the spirit line in there. there's with the spirit line. Get rid of this thing. Oh, it sure. Oh. It's sure darker tonight, isn't it? Maybe because my screen's dark. But I did that with that pencil, that pen. Oh, cool. Did you show it to your daughter, Spike? And then I got a clear coat over the other one, too. This one's got a clear coat on it now. You can see it's shiny. But you can't even see it. Well, it's just too shiny to show now. But there you can see the shine on it. Awesome. Well, she's going to get to try it because she's going to get a special gift, Christmas present from her dad. Anyways, maybe I'll try and do the owl. I'm going to put a gloss on this one too. I'm keeping probably both of them. Or this one anyways. Grumpy Jesse, your painting sucks. Stick to carving. And I said, why? I said, why do my paintings suck? He goes, because they're just two-dimensional. You gotta try hard and make them three-dimensional. I said, shut up, you fucking idiot. That's why I don't do much painting. Anyways. Yeah, I love this. Anyways, everybody. Hey. Sorry, what's your name again? Darren, when do you send those pictures? Let's see if some of your paintings hot shot. Just kidding. And Perry, if you want to send me some I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, you can send me some pictures through Facebook or you can email them to me of your carvings. I'd like to see them. You've been the support of the other channel, this channel here. So I owned a gallery a few years ago. Would have shown that there. Oh, thank you. 100. Do you think I could, the thing about these canvases, I don't want to go get expensive frame. You think I can go get like that wood frame and, let's see here, and paint it black? Or hold on, just like cut some boards on a table saw like this, and then do the frame like this will be the board, and then do the frame like that. Yeah, sleep well, Dave. I'm gonna go have a shower and sleep well too. You know, just get some boards cut like that, then brad nail them. I don't know if canvases need to have glass too. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. Because I don't want to go spend a couple $100 on a frame for this. I also bought some canvas. Well, I did go buy some canvases. And I bought these little things too from the dollar store. No need for a frame as long as it's gallery wrapped. I don't know what gallery wrapped is, but I bought these little boards. Little canvas. Yeah, that's canvas. I got to get some boards that aren't canvas. I got special boards I do my things with. The struggle is real. Takes appreciation out of things. Yes, sir. The struggle is real. Yeah, that's what these. How much were these? Everything. Well, these were still $1.25. You know what's still cheap to buy for food? At least bananas are still cheap. I eat a banana a day. So these are $1.25. Then I got 2 of these ones too. Painted around the side. If I painted around the side, could I paint this around the side black. That's what I'll do. That see that sides aren't painted. I've always wondered about that. Oh, that's a gallery wrap. Okay, good to know. But I got these ones, and this was how much was this? $3.50. It's from the dollar store, Dollarama. Yeah, I don't want to bother framing. I'll just paint the black. Should I paint the sides black? I guess. But the only thing is, like with the cat, because I haven't really painted on too much. But you don't have like you have spots like this, right, kind of around the sides.